Right, what's up, Dragon Brood? I decided I want to start looking for other decks that were kind of old or good in previous standards that are actually still good now, and this deck popped up. It's a Smuggler Surprise deck that actually top aided one of the recent Magic Leagues online. So maybe what's old is good again? We're going to find out. So interestingly, this list starts with some fire magic, and I say interestingly because it does play some small creatures of its own. In Llanowar Elves, of course, we're playing Smuggler Surprise because we want to try to get our big creatures for free or cheap. We do have Badger Mole Cubs as well, so losing those to fire magic could be tough, but I guess if you're in a pinch, it makes sense. There's also Esper Origins that can help you ramp up a little bit, maybe gain you some life and buy you time. Overlord of the Hauntwoods, full set of these being rocked, which it makes a lot of sense. And then Vibrance, that can help you go find lands or just deal damage. And we played Vibrance in other Gruul lists, so it kind of makes sense that it found its way into the Smuggler Surprise decks. A couple of copies of Calamity, Galloping Inferno to try to be a combo-ish win card, if you will. We do have Overlord of the Boiler Bilges, which is removal or direct damage if we need it. Some Vault-Born Tyrants, because this card's always just great in these types of decks. Just getting extra life in cards is never going to be bad. And a couple of copies of Bahamut to let you remove some things, draw some cards, do all the fun stuff. So like, yeah, this is still playing all the popular fun cards. Not really any new cards, I guess, from Ninja Turtles, but not really necessary, I don't think. But before we get into the games, just a bit of business we like to do. Tell you if you're going to buy any Magic cards, to at least please check out our friends over at Tales of Adventure. It's toamagic.com. They're big supporters of the channel and other creators in the space, and you can save 5% shopping on their website by just using my code DRAGON, which is DRAGN. Okay, we took care of business. Now let's go see if we can surprise some opponents on the ladder. I'm pretty sure this is a hand we don't keep. Bahamut double galloping. Yeah, we can't keep this, right? Like, that's not good. This is better. Ooh, I guess we just put back Bahamut. Yeah, also, last video, I might have mentioned something about my headphones. Turns out, even though I use a decent set of headphones, higher end, I guess, they have cable failure just after a while. I found a few different discussions online where people were having similar issues. So I got a replacement cable, came in the next day, tested it, and they seem to work perfectly now. So sometimes simple solutions can help your problems. Oh, they're letting me keep a Badger Mole Cub. Oh boy. Are we supposed to try to play another Badger Mole Cub? I mean, I guess so, right? Because we can cub into, I guess, Hauntwoods? I mean, seems wild. But at least if they sweep the board, we still have 4 mana, 5 mana technically next turn. So it's not the worst thing. Cornucopia. Well, anything's possible now from the opponent's side. Do we go with full-size Overlord? I'm going to do it. Whatever. I'm sure we're going to hit with something like ill-timed explosions and lose all of our guys or something, but if it happens, it happens. I mean, something bad for us is definitely going to happen here. It's just what card is it? That's suspicious. So you have 5 mana and just did nothing. Yeah, right. All right, let's try to attack. You're going to let all this happen? You only have 1 blue source, so it's not anything like Wan Shi Tong or anything. I mean, actually, you know what? I'm just realizing this could be like the one that makes you pick up all your attackers. So let's do this in 2 phases. Just hit the opponent for 4. See what they decide to do. Aetherize is the card I'm thinking of. Okay, cool. I have 0 clue what they were doing. I literally am at a loss because there were so many cards I was thinking of that I'm like, what do we lose to here, right? Aetherize is the only thing I could think of because it would then pick up our lands and we'd be behind on mana or whatever, but That's what I was like. If I just attack with these, they go to 5. Maybe they do something to boiler bilges, take 2, whatever. Or they flash something in, block boiler bilges, go to 3. And then even then, we still have a chance of winning. But I was trying to keep enough on the battlefield that if they bounced everything with Aetherize, then maybe we could recast both of them, shoot them for another 4 or something like that. But ultimately, it didn't matter at all. I'm going to keep this because these are hands that feel a little bit tough to play sometimes. I do like drawing the Vibrance, though. Yeah, I'll take a land. Every little bit right now with this hand is going to be pretty solid. Especially if we end up having to use Vibrance to remove a creature. And we will do so on this Chocobo. Actually, this is going to be a tough spot, actually. Because I kind of want to get rid of the Chocobo, but I'm also concerned that they play... I think we just have to do it. If they happen to have the Mossborn Hydra next turn, then so be it. We'll just have to draw one of our fire magics, I guess. Because if we could get to a point where, you know, we could have this guy up, that would be great. Oop, I need to take 2 damage here. So that we can play Overlord. All right. What's the play? Lumbering Whirlwagon. All right. Fortunately, the Whirlwagon needs you to crew for 4. So Mikey and Leo are just going to have to do the thing on their own here. All right. That's probably as light as that could have been. So we're not going to be too upset about it. All right. Earthbender Ascension. Turn a land to a creature. Play another land. Alright, that's not too bad, all things considered. Gonna go ahead and play this full size. And then next turn, we'll probably just double Esper Origins. Or Origins plus Meduin, or whatever you want to call it. Alright, this is where they're going to start piling up some bodies, but we could live with that. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. We'd have 8 mana, so even if we could find a Smuggler Surprise, we'd be able to flip and cast or trick stuff into play. So that would be nice. I mean, opponent just tap a dude, attack with the Whirlwagon. I mean, sure, I could block, but you'll get to land in another body anyway. Like, I'm curious what the card is in their hand that they're working through the decision of here. Oh, they tap that way? Why would you not just... Okay, they must have something. Oh, you want to go Melstrader's Resolve. Okay, that makes sense. But even then, I would have just tapped the 4/5 because you're going to get rid of my only creature that's here. Yeah, I don't understand that at all. Like, if you're going to do that, just attack with it and get another body in the process. But hey, you know, they're winning the board right now, so I'm just a bum. Ooh, can we just cast Bahamut? Next turn? I guess so. All right, well, we'll put this district over there. And then cast an Esper Origin, so we get 2 life and get a 4/4. We get to put the Bahamut in our hand. And then we'll play another Esper Origin. Ooh. Well, we can't copy... Wait. Oh, Bahamut's not legendary. What do we want here? Vaultborn Tyrant, maybe? I mean, we're going to get them both next turn anyway. It's just which one do we want first? I think I want the Vaultborn Tyrant first. All right. I mean, the thing for them now is whatever they draw is good here, right? Because if it's a land, you get another 3/4. Okay, or Llanowar Elf. Probably the weakest thing they could have found, if we're being real. Probably not the best thing they could have found. So we're trading a 4/4 for a 3/4, or we could just block the 4/5 and take 4. And then this is going to give us 2 mana next turn. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. We could, lots of options. I guess we'll at least just block the 4/5 for now. So, I mean, we have 2 life coming back if we want it. There's just a lot of things happening. This is going to get us some life. And a card, which we already know what one of them is this turn. And we'll go ahead and take 2. So that we can cast the other Esper Origins, go back to 19. Do not need those, but I would take another Overlord of the Hauntwoods, probably. I think that's fine. Because at this point, it's life and a card, right? Okay. I will attack with the Hauntwoods. So now we have, I won't say infinite, but near infinite mana, it feels like. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus 2 is 11, 12. Plus 1 in my hand is 13. So we could Hauntwoods and Calamity, or we could Bahamut into something. But we're probably just going to Calamity into double Vaultborn. That's good enough, I think. Sure. I mean, you do what you got to do, I guess. Another card, more life. And if they attack, we're not even blocking. We're at 25. So, I was going to say with the 3/4 we'll block. I ain't going to block the 6/2. That would have been silly. And then all our dudes also gain trample, right? Yeah. This should be good times. Play that Calamity. And then we still have 7 mana. So I'm just going to get rid of that 4/4. And we're going to attack in for Lots Many. Oh, and there's a Fire Magic unnecessarily. Alright, I'll let you figure out what to do. Block what you want, opponent. Shoot you for 5. We have so much mana on the board right now, on both sides. So many cards, so much life. Oh yeah, the other Smuggler Surprise, it's over now. Sure. I mean, block what you want to. Like, doesn't really matter to me. Yep, way more than enough. All right. Yeah, considering how that started, I mean, I think things went a little bit sideways on the World Wagon turn for them, but realistically, the way we drew, I don't think it mattered that much. I don't think we got below 15 life or so. So yeah, so far so good. Just feels awkward in this meta. We will keep this. Playing against Machiavelli Rules. I don't know if they're a Tupac fan or if they just like old historical Machiavelli. Yeah, sure. You can have Stomping Ground, I guess. Let's go ahead and run out a Llanowar Elf. Also, for those of you up north, you'll be glad to hear somebody likes your drinks, because I just drank a Fago for the first time. I don't know if y'all can see that. Yeah, first time I had one of these, actually. I'd heard about it, and I'd never seen it when I was traveling for whatever reason, but it was at our local convenience store, so I just picked up one. And it was all right. I got the pineapple watermelon. See what the opponent wants to do with our hand. Why did you take Esper Origins? That's a fun choice. No blocks. Go ahead and start building our mana. Alright, so next turn we could have 5. Not quite enough to play Calamity. But if we found another Overlord of the Hauntwoods, we could play that. Oh. So is this like some type of bat deck? You know what, though? I was just thinking, this is where Fire Magic would be alright. You know what? If we could find a Fire Magic here, that'd be kind of legit. I wouldn't even be mad about it. Let's go with Commercial District. Actually, wait. Oh, yeah. Let's put this in the yard. We could just play this right now. Don't need either of these, really. Alright, so it might have been a really helpful scry. Ah, found another land, dang it. Yeah, land is not what we needed. Oh, an angel? Giada? What? I mean, I guess technically you had other angels in the deck. Oh, that's not even what we're worried about here. Alright. Well, I mean, we do lose a lot of life. I mean, we could die next turn. That is real. Unfortunately, we drew a lot of lands this game. We needed something other than lands, and we failed to get there. I mean, I guess? Does it benefit us to attack with our other things? Like, if the opponent blocks, we take 3, 4, 5, 6 in the air, 7, 8. So we're at 2. And we're only going to be attacking for 12. Dang. Yeah, I guess this is all. Oh, 2 Smuggler Surprise. That's what we revealed on top. Oh, it's the same Smuggler Surprise. All right. Fair enough. All right. Well, the same flyers are coming in to get us, so that doesn't change anything. And we'd already played a land, right? Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're only gonna have 7. Oh no, we'll have no, because this won't give us the mana. Darn it. Okay. That does first strike. So that's gonna make it very difficult for us to win. Can we do anything with the Smuggler Surprise? Because this only counts the base power toughness, I think. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have to do this. I don't think there's anything we can do here, right? What if we mill Esper Origins? We could play. I have to take 2, gain 2, so that doesn't change anything. Another Smuggler Surprise. My goodness. Alright. Yeah, we're just dead. We just drew way too many mana sources this game. Wish that weren't the... Yeah, and there's another land there. We just had no chance. Alright. GG's. We drew so poorly, and honestly, we had a billion outs and just didn't get there. Oh. See, this is interesting. Let's keep it. We drew the fire magic, which could be decent against some stuff early. I don't know. But we also got a commercial district. Do we keep... Yeah, I mean... The problem is, we could end up with too many expensive things in our hand. But, let's go ahead and take it. Because I think there's a world where we're going to want to fire magic. We'll probably haunt woods. We'll probably boiler bilges. And then we can figure out what things look like after that. Well, sadly, I need a fire magic for more than that number. Because this only deals 1, 2. But I need to get to... Yeah. This is not going to cut it. Let's go ahead and just play this tapped. We may have to try to do it all at one time. And this also puts us in a crunch because there is a world where we fire magic to get rid of tokens, but we can't go with Overlord at that point. So I think we just do it anyway and hope for the best. Now there is a world where if they just play some type of critters here, we just go ahead and fire magic and try to get rid of their board, which, you know, wouldn't necessarily be the best or the worst thing. But this is going to just be incremental damage if we're not careful. I feel like we're going to have to do something where the Voice of Victory isn't on the battlefield and we can somehow like Smuggler Surprise during their end step. I think that's the only way we can get out of this. I need 6 to deal 3? That sucks. Alright, well, I guess we got to do this to get rid of the Voice of Victory. And we'll play a Llanowar Elf just because. The only good news is having the impending overlords will slow the opponent down a little bit. So there is that. But man, a Smuggler Surprise would be pretty huge here. Because being able to Smuggler Surprise and get rid of both of these talents would be big time. We'd obviously lose our board to whatever Wrath effect they have next turn, but you know, one of those if you do, you do sort of things. Oh, which way are we trying to go? Maybe, Alright, let's just do this. And just maybe there's a world... Nah, they have to have spot removal, right? Wouldn't make sense if they don't. Because you're not going to sweep the board here. Unless they only have sweepers, then sure. But I would assume they have other things. Wow, you're taking damage here? That's not good for us. Like, this has to be bad. And we kept a super slow hand, too. We're not doing ourselves any favor with these draws. We drew kind of all the heavy end of the deck. Llanowar Elf was on, what, turn 5? No Badger Moles. No... Okay. Double healing? Okay. If that's what happens there, we can live with that. That is okay. That is probably the lightest version of whatever could have happened. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to attack, since we're going to lose this anyway. Okay, they block. Now we get to fire magic cheaper. So that's good. I was just like, I don't know if I want to spend all the mana. Not that it matters that much. All right, we want to deal 2 to everything. I think that's the first time I actually resolved a fire magic. I never knew it made that sound effect. That's fun. I'm not buying that, opponent. Alright, this will at least make you use some type of removal. I mean, I'm not even gonna bite. Like, I'm your Huckleberry, but not right now. I'm just gonna get the mana guaranteed. And the reason is, if I would have committed to the Calamity, and then they have, like, Get Lost, we don't get to attack for anything. At least here we get the land, and now we're 1 mana away from a Bahamut. You know, if that's a thing. I mean, you get to block one of them no matter what. Okay. Now, Wrath will get rid of 3 creatures. Because I'm assuming they have one by now. And then we're just going to have to hope we draw an untapped land. Oh, no, we already... Yeah, we need an untapped land for a Bahamut. Yeah, we knew that was coming, so that doesn't surprise us. Another Voice of Victory. Alright, well, we'll do what we can do. Gotta get rid of the Voice of Victory, unfortunately. As much as I'd like to get rid of the Caretaker's Talents. Wish I had a creature land, too. Oh, are they in the situation where they have to make a token to draw? Alright, well, may they not find what they were looking for. I mean, all they need is a Get Lost, though. I mean, but maybe all they have is another Voice of Victory. Right? One can hope. Oh, it was. Hold up. Wait a minute. We were not expecting this, team. Alright, well, for 1 mana, I don't think they have anything unless it's a bounce spell or something, but they'd have to be splashing for blue. So does this just win? Are we going to win this thing on the back of Calamity? Yeah. Alright, because that's going to be 18 from just Bahamuts. And we would have cleared their board, basically. Wow. Wow. Not quite the flawless victory, but somehow... we got out of that, even with the opponent getting triple Voice of Victory in the middle of all that and getting a Day of Judgment off. Wow, I think really, like I was saying, this having those Overlords just impending and then kind of coming out on later turns did force the opponent's hand a little bit and opened up the door. But that attack to make sure we got the extra land was pretty critical to make sure we could cast the Bahamut, which was super nice. But man, that worked out way better than anticipated. I thought we were going to lose that. Okay. I guess we'll try. This feels very uncomfortable though. Like holding both of these and no red mana in sight is not great. Please don't kill. Llanowar isn't making it, right? They're taking 2 damage here. Alright. I'm your Huckleberry. They're saving their burn spell, Burst Lightning, for Badgermole Cub, but this is fine. Right, just let it happen. We already know what's coming. Yep. Wait, why did it... Oh, did I have to put full hard... Oh, my goodness. I guess if I didn't put full control there, I didn't get the mana to cast our Origins. Dang it. That's the whole reason I did it. Because I was like, well, if they kill it, I'll just do that. Okay, well, gotta remember. And I guess because it's an instant, it doesn't see it that way, but it's just like, come on, man. You know what we could have done with that? Yeah, definitely don't need that. Oh, fire magic. That would kill off our own things, but... I mean, might still be worth it. This is weird, because Firematic sort of prices us into needing the land as well. But, okay. Man, if we could have had that extra... that 1 turn is going to make so much of a difference. And I think if this had been an instant, I think Arena would have put the stop there so you have the option to cast it, but because it's a sorcery, it doesn't. So that's kind of the tough part. I just need 3 mana for this to deal the 2, right? Alright, that's cool. And I don't even lose my Llanowar Elf, so that's like bonus. Sure. That was kind of nice. Not even really what I was aiming for, but because they played the shelter, it's just like, okay, extra value. Emberheart Challenger, you got it. No blocks. I feel very fortunate to be going into this turn still at this much life. Put the other Origins in the yard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Technically, if the 4/4 lives, we'll have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So maybe I do want the land. We're going to gamble on keeping the land. I think that's worth it. And might as well attack. We're not blocking. That's not part of our current game plan. I mean, they might have another shelter. If so, I guess we just play Esper Origins. Oh, look at you. That's a fun place for that card. But now they can't really attack. Right? I mean, I just block with the... They just want access to a card? I mean, it's a land. I guess if I lose this, it sucks, but then I just play the other one. Oh, they'd already played a land for the turn. Oh, well, never mind. We're in great shape. Yep, here comes Bahamut. Yep, that's gonna do it. Alright, this looks like an old school simple draw. I guess we keep it. I mean, this is just hoping Llanowar Elf survives so we can get a... Okay, that works. So we get our Hauntwoods, and then we just try to figure out what to do from here. Because we don't have a real plan unless we top deck something. I was just thinking another Hauntwoods, though, would be nice. But no such luck. We'll pass. Because there's too many ways they could flash stuff in or whatever. They're probably just leaving up kill spells and counters, but if they do, they do. Alright, there's a Badger Mole Cub. I mean, easy kill spell. Right? No reason to think it's going to survive. What? You're not going to remove it? Alright, well, I will put this on Dinosaur, just in case. I don't know. No attacks. I'm curious about what their plan is to do here. They're going to consult. Alright. The reason I'm not attacking is if they have something that, you know, Day of Black Sun or whatever, we're just going to tap all our things, play the Vaultborn Tyrant. Because I feel like that's sort of what's coming. Shoot the Sheriff. Alright, we'll try this. They probably have a counter. But if they do, then we just play Vaultborn Tyrant next turn anyway. Yeah, that's fine. We could live with that. A little bit of patient play for a big payoff. Alright. Now they can play their land. Deadly Cover Up. Yep, saw that coming. We do get a 6/6 and a card. Another Smuggler Surprise. Don't need that. We will go ahead and Esper Origin. Wow. Really? Jeez. I guess thank you, Esper Origins. Do we need another Badger Mole here? Probably not. I think Badger Mole can kick rocks. Alright, both of those are good. Because that's just damage opponent has to respond to. Meringue River Regent, love it. Oh, that's funny. So, I guess we... Smuggler Surprise. Actually, how much mana do I have? 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, I could do this and this. Alright. I'm here for it while the opponent's tapped out. I guess we take a Cavern and a Llanowar Elf. We will put in... It has to be 2 Overlord of the Boiler Bilges if we want to get rid of Meringue River Regent. Which I actually do so they can't copy it or anything silly with like a 3 steps ahead. And if they just have another sweeper, then we start playing more bodies. Just keep the pressure on. Yep, you got it. I don't know how people enjoy playing these decks. They really don't do anything. It's just sit, 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 sit. Hope I kill you with one big thing later on. Like, those aren't a lot of fun. But, hey, some people find them fun. I'm just not one of those people. Let me tell you. Not my jam. Double Vibrance is cute. Alright, I guess we'll put this on Elemental. Esper Origin. Yep, we will take that for sure. And then, I mean, it's just literally just constant damage. Like, you're just going to have to keep dealing with all this, opponent. Choose a target. You. Get Commercial District. Oh, actually, no. I messed up. Dang it. I thought I already had one in play. I should have got the Restless whatever. Restless Cottage. No, that's the green-black. You know what I'm saying. Restless Ravine, I think. Whatever it is. I mean, you got to do something. Yep. Sure. Yep, don't need that. Badger Molt. You got it. I actually didn't really want that anyway. This is what we're trying to do. Alright. And we know we still have 3 damage in hand on top of all this. The opponent does not, obviously. So yeah, we're attacking. I mean, feel free to activate your land and block my guy or whatever. Guess it wouldn't have mattered if I got the Restless Land anyway, because they have a demolition field or whatever, so it would have all kind of ended up the same way. Alright. We will play this since I believe we have one of these on Elemental. Yep. So this can't be countered. And then just deal 3. Alright, cool. I feel like we've seen this hand before, but we're going to keep. And we're just going to try to make this work. I don't know how it's going to work, but we're going to try our best. Alright, Authority of the Console does kind of wreck our plans with Calamity. So we may be needing to lean on Bahamut somewhere down the line. Which is tough, but we'll figure it out. Life doesn't matter greatly, because when we hit, it's in such large chunks. Hmm. Can we even cast a Vaultborn Tyrant at any point? 2, 4, 5, 6. Probably not. I'm gonna put that in the yard for sure, but I'm gonna leave the other on top. Just kind of a why not, like maybe scenario. Oh, is that what we're doing? This is one of those black-white auras skeletons decks. Weird. I would have never guessed that. But okay, we'll just play the silly game of gain some life. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll still be one short of... I guess we just keep these. We'll just draw a land as well, so I guess it's fine. Yeah, we'll draw the land next turn. This can't block, sure. I mean, they don't tend to play sweepers in those builds unless this is a weird one that just decides to play split up or something. I mean, I guess if they do, they do. Shelters are a real thing in those decks, but... our plan is going to be Bahamut and other things. Sure. Alright, you got it. So now our plans change slightly. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can either Tyrant here, which is probably fine. But I think we could just get Badger Mole back, and that's more effective. So target this. Hold on. It's only 2, right? Yeah, just making sure there was nothing extra. Alright, well, that made the opponent give up. I mean, to be fair, we get Badger Mole back. We'd have had turned this into a thing, so then we've got 2, 4, 6 mana. Then we could just play the other Esper Origins and then just try to go nuts next turn. The opponent really, that deck has no answer, right? At that point, they have too many things that even if they have a shelter, they can't get rid of them all. So that's actually really good for us. Yeah, there's a lot to talk about this deck, but this was a pretty impressive showing. But let's go to the deck breakdown and talk about some things. All right, first of all, credit goes to Fudgems for one, playing this in this meta and actually having it be really good. 2, for having one of the better usernames we've ever seen, because Fudgems is awesome. This actually was surprisingly good. Like, consider that we went up against a Boros Aggro deck. We went up against the popular Orzhov Skeleton Auras deck, right? We played against, I want to say one of them was the white token control kind of thing. Like, we were playing against real decks, right? I think we had 2 losses. Again, like normal, I'll try to put it on the screen here, but that was just surprising. Some of the ways we won and every card mattering in this list. I think what this list shows is you don't have to get too tricky, right? Even some other versions I've played, we're playing random encounter and trying to go heavy with the really big guys and, you know, sometimes Galta or whatever, but you just don't need to do all that. Like, just being straightforward was good enough. And Vibrance was good as a removal spell here. Actually, let's really talk about Fire Magic, because this card came in play in 2 different games where it was important. And I'm not sure I would have considered playing Fire Magic. I don't even now know if this is the right card I would want. I feel like I would still rather have maybe 3 copies of Burst Lightning and just go to 61 cards. Because just 1 mana to get rid of a Badger Mole Cub or early Llanowar Elf just feels better to me. But I will say, if you're running into a lot of the blue-white creature decks, if you're running into a lot of the Simic rhythm decks, then Fire Magic kind of makes sense, right? It's a chance for you to go, okay, well, I'll just deal 2 or 3 to everything, wipe all the stuff out, and then we have better cards after that, right? All of our 5, 6, 7 mana things are all ridiculous and are kind of comeback cards, which is very good. So that's a thing to consider. It sounds a little wild that this card is even in here, but it did work. So I think that's the thing I'm still kind of caught on a little bit, but it did its job. And It does have a full sideboard because this was played in best of 3 in the Magic Online league. So yeah, but it top 8'd a league. I got to give credit for what it is, and we played against a variety of decks and did quite well. So link's going to be over on Moxfield like always, y'all. Go over there, download it, have some fun with it. If you like this type of deck, the best part is you don't need a bunch of new cards to update it, right? Just some vibrances if you didn't have that from one of the old lists, but otherwise, these are all cards that have been in Standard for a minute. So if y'all like these types of videos, let me know. Checking out old decks that are still kind of good in the new format. Apparently, you can still play old cards and still win. Don't let people tell you otherwise. That's all I have for now. We'll see you next time.